What's going on, everyone? It's your boy DeAnte, Break the Cycle section. How you doing? And welcome to tonight's Break the Cycle FX chart and analysis session. So, guys, to start off tonight, since we didn't have a charting session last week, go ahead and drop your chart, not your charts, their pairs. Go ahead and drop your pairs inside the chat, guys. And I'm gonna start with your pairs first. And then we have enough time, let's say an hour, at the end of an hour, then I'll start covering some of my pairs also, okay? Also, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, guys, check us out, youtube.com/breakthecyclefx. I drop replays and training tutorial videos there, real short as I can make them, to help you guys throughout the week. If I see trade setups and I'm able to record the trade setup before I take it, then I do so, and I try to post it on that YouTube channel, okay, if it's not too late. So check that out. Make sure you click the bell to turn on notifications so you can be one of the first people to know when we have a new video dropping. Last but not least, this is for all my new folks here tonight. I do live up in the mountains, and I do have very sketchy internet, okay? It just depends on whatever's going on around us, weather-wise and all that good stuff. So if anything does happen to our connection tonight, guys, just hang out with me for about 10 minutes, okay? See if I come back. If I don't, I have a couple of co-hosts on the call tonight, and plenty of Break the Cycle FX members. I'll announce it inside of our Slack channel, and I'll make sure that they will let you guys know that I won't be able to make it back on. If that does happen, usually I do still go post charts, okay, if I'm not able to cover it live with you guys. So I got EURUSD, EURUSD, AUDUSD. What else? Any other pairs? I know probably GU, more than likely is running. Yep, I knew the GU was coming. NU, more than likely gold also. I'll cover that at the end. There you go, David. I'll cover that at the end. All right, so let's start from the top with EURNZD. All right, actually, before we do that, let's just cover the news real quick, all right, guys? So keep on dropping your pairs, okay? I'm going off of y'all this week. Mouse 100, US 30. I'll probably look at indices after the call, guys. So just stay to after the call for those, all right? So as far as news this week, this is the first week of the month. This is going to be one of the busiest weeks of the month, okay? Lots and lots of news. I want you guys to be careful if you are inside of our Trade Ideas channel or even our free Telegram channel. I sent the message earlier, guys. Look, there's so much news this week. I want you to be careful. A lot of traders don't even trade on weeks like this, okay? With such heavy news. A lot of traders skip NFP, okay? So while you're trading this week, whether you're trading on your own, whether you're scalping, or whether you're following my signals, guys, use extra caution, okay? There's going to be a lot of stop hunts this week. So there'll be a lot of fake outs this week, okay? So use extra caution. Make sure you guys are always practicing proper risk management, all right? Especially if you're taking my signals, we drop a lot. We just not drop like 7, all right? So make sure you guys are using proper risk management, okay? And also NFP is on Friday. I don't know if I already said that. So if you don't know what NFP is, just do a quick Google search for non-farm payroll. And like the first thing that comes up is they tell you all about NFP, okay? So let's jump to the charts. If I start talking too fast, guys, when I'm pronouncing it, when I'm talking or explaining something, just slow me down, okay? Because I get excited when I talk about this stuff, okay? So slow me down, let me know. On my live charting sessions, I pretty much like to try to do it as that's on negative charts as possible. So really hardly any indicators at first, okay? So we could form a bias. And I'm gonna do most of my markups off of the 4 hour, okay? And then you guys could break them down even further depending on your strategies. If you haven't noticed the last couple of weeks, we kind of switched a little bit less intraday trading and more swing trading because of the way the market is, okay? So, all strategies don't work on all markets, okay? So you have to know how to pivot. You need to know when to pivot to switch up your strategy to one that might work with the current market, okay? So I switched it up a little bit. All I'm taking is mostly swing trades. If you guys noticed from our trades lately, okay? So EURNZD, right now I'm just to let you guys know I have the EMA 50 and the EMA 200 on my chart, okay? EMA 50, EMA 200, my EMA 200 is yellow, okay? So let's check out EURNZD. This is a new fib up here, okay. So first and foremost, what do we want to do? We want to look for our support resistance, right? Does anyone remember? Actually, I'll just do it right now. Here's a little trick that I showed a couple of you guys on the live call a couple of weeks ago. A quick and easy way that I like to set support resistance is most pairs move every 100 pips, right? So, or every 100 to 150, it just depends. So I like to go ahead and line my chart up, my grid lines here on my chart, about 100 pips away, okay? And just to keep it real simple as far as support resistance, all I would do is I box in price every 100 pips, okay? Let me see something here. Let me show you guys real quick. Once I get it set up, it'll be real quick. All right. I just want to code in every 100 pips. I usually like to just box in price, like 3 or 4 levels above price, 3 or 4 levels below price, just like that. All right, real simple like. Then all we have to do is we go back to our settings, and then we could take those grid lines back off, or just make them clear. And now we got support resistance, guys. All right, and just to show you that this is pretty accurate, look at where we're bouncing. We're bouncing all at our levels, right? Support, resistance up here, that's the 200 pip move. Okay, down here to this level, resistance, right? Support, resistance down here, resistance, I'm sorry, support, resistance back up here. So it's pretty accurate. All right, you guys can use this way if you want. I just try to pretty much get these things as close as possible, our lines. We could go and straighten it up later on. All right, so now we have a support resistance really easy, right? EURNZD, we want to see what's going to happen around in this 50 pip level right here. Want to see what's going to happen in here. What does it do? Okay. If it breaks 1.8 thousand, we might see a form reversal. But if it doesn't break this, we're going to get a pullback on this. Okay. So next thing I want to do, that's real simple stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drop a fib on here, okay, for some of you advanced traders that like fibs. I love fibs. One of the main tools that I use, Fibonacci retracement. Let me drop a fib on here real quick. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. I'm going to drop a fib from this wick up here all the way down to the bottom because I just want to see how far up have we pulled back so far. So we are right at the 50% level on our fib right here. Can you guys see that? Do I need to make that bigger? Everyone see what level we're at here? I'm looking at the chart. I need your feedback, guys. All right? Right at the 50% level, okay? We may get rejection here. If you do get rejection, your first take profit will be at the 50 EMA. Okay? The 50 EMA. From here, it might pull all the way back down. We don't know. We just have to look. Because another thing that I'm seeing as a possible half of inverted head and shoulders. Okay, right here. This could end up being the left shoulder, right? Here goes the head. The price will come back up, pull back down, create a right shoulder, and that will land right on top of EMA 50, right? And then possibly push back up, okay? Does that make sense? Who asked about EURNZD? So this is basically what I'll be looking at, something like this. And then up to the 062. I know you guys probably really can't see this that well, but you'll catch it in the replay, trust me. The 062 is right here. That's one of our first kill zones to look for reversals. So at most right now, because I don't want to try to predict the market, I'm not a forecaster, you know, I like to react to the market. So this is about as far as I will go off of the 4 hour, okay? Looking at these levels here. Make sure we're cleaning up here, okay? Does this make sense? Why I would say that? Now, if we break this level, then yes, they keep on going down. But at the moment, based off what we're seeing, we'll probably get another 50 pip push up here. We'll look for the sell down. That's about 92 pips, 93 pips, and then the buy up. About 160 pips, okay? You can look for any one of these moves, guys. Any one of these moves. If this is one of your first times on our call, usually when I drop a red circle, that's for the sell, okay? That means possibly you catch that sell. And then when I drop my green circles, that's for the buy, okay? Matches up with the green arrows. Just keep it real simple. Exact price points, I really don't drop exact price points. That's why I tell you guys how I set up my charts. So then you can go back and do the same thing and you'll see the same thing. Okay? You'll see the same thing. Then you could take that according, you could take, you know, those take profits on your own. Okay? All right. All my charts I'm dropping inside of my Slack channel first for our premium members. And after the call, I'll transfer all the charts to our Telegram channels. Okay, guys? So don't worry if you don't see me dropping the charts now. You'll get them. All right. EURNZD for chart. Boom. All right. Let's see what's next. USDCAD. All right. One second. All right. USDCAD. I might already have this marked up a little bit. USD. All right. So USDCAD forward time frame. I think I'm going to remark this one up. Move on, jump. All right. So I'm going to do this one exactly the same way as we did the other one. Okay. So you guys can see it one more time. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to horizontal grid lines. I'm going to turn them up. And then are we every 100 pips? 35, 36. Yeah. All right, cool. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to drop these horizontal lines. Okay. I'm going to box in price. I like to go, you know, 2 or 3 levels below price. Box it in 2 or 3 levels above price. Let's just go one more. All right, cool. Now, go back to settings. Boom. All right. Let me check a couple of things real quick. I'm gonna drop a fib on this bad boy. All right. I'm trying to delete it. Man, oh, my bad, guys. So now that we have our support resistance, guys, the next thing we want to do is we want to drop our trend lines. Okay. So price already broke this level here. I already broke this level here and then fell again. All right. Now usually we'll wait for a pullback up and then the fall again. But another thing that I saw in this was the fib. How we're at our second level, our second kill zone level. So yeah, this could still pull up like we usually do, right? Breakout. We got the breakout, boom, retest, and then continuation, right? That is one option, okay? Especially since we're on the downtrend in the 4 hour, okay? Now, if you're a reversal trader, or you like to catch reversals, you probably saw this. Price pulled up, right? Remember what we say? When we have an impulsive move, this is a strong buy for a couple of days, I think, right? And then price started to pull back down. And then we look for a possible retracement back up. So we have the impulse move, a pull back down, possibly like a retracement, okay? A retest. A retest will be further down here, okay? But right now we're at the 0.7005 level, okay? So I think we dropped the trade on this earlier. I'm looking for a buy back up, okay? So either one of those setups will work out. How many pips is this? Up here. That's 92 pips. That's 115 pips. I think we said our take profit we're at. Let me see. TP is at 39, 35. 39, 35 right here. $39.35 right up to the EMA 200. Okay, so remember we're on the 4 hour time frames, guys. All right, so when you guys are looking at the trades, also, I'm trying to drop this small little tips as we go through because I get a lot of questions throughout the week. If you guys look at the trades, also look at them on the 4 hour to the daily time frame. Okay, and a lot of the times we're taking our trades off of fib levels. All right, so just keep that in mind. So we're in a retracement trade on this. Back up to around 39.35 with the EMA 200, just like I marked out here. So we're going a little bit higher, and then we're going to look for a turn back down, a drop, okay? So retest and then drop. Does that make sense, guys? Breakout, retest, continuation. At least down to, I want to see this come all the way down here. All right, retest this level down here. And then we're definitely going to pitch that buy back up, all right? So, overall, if you're a safe trader, let me put this back up here. You can wait for this to pull up. You can wait for it. And then look for the sell back down. Keep in mind, it could just pull up to the 50, okay? It could just pull up to the 50. So just keep that in mind. 30 pips, move your stop loss, all right? You can wait for the sell, come back down. Pretty straightforward. I know some of you like to see this stuff here, so let me just go ahead and drop it on real quick. Don't want you guys to be confused. Oops. Wrong time. I dropped my trend line at the top and bottom, okay? I know some of you may be new. Just keep in mind, if you're going to do technical analysis, you're going to see if you can find the overall trend and then your counter trends, your pullbacks. Okay, bottom price as much as you can. All right, is this chart good, guys? Does this make sense? Waiting to pull up to around, we could wait to about 3,900. 1.3900 right up here. This resistance level, and then boom. Everyone good? Drop some dollar signs so they don't hear me good. I must have a delay. Yeah, I got a delay. All right, cool. So just keeping it simple, baby. Let me go ahead and get this. USDCAD 4 hour. All right, let me make sure this video panel's out the way real quick. All right, cool. Cool. All right, everyone's good. What was the next trade? That was USDCAD. EURUSD. All right. EURUSD. Okay, EURUSD. We actually tried this out on the daily also. Let's check out the daily real quick. Still got a good chart on this. Look at where we're at, guys. Look at where we are at. So, we're going to look at the daily on this one, I think, because let me drop my fib on here real quick. We're at the 6.2 level. All right. So, looking at the daily, guys, this is a chart we've been following the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to reset it because it's still good. I'm trying to look for, I forgot, I was just not looking for something. Oh. I'm not going to reset it because it's still good. 115 pips, 190 pips. All right. So EURUSD is at the top of our daily channel. All right. At the top of our daily channel. It's also around kind of closer institutional bank rate is about 16 pips off. No. 11.50. Yeah, it's about 16 pips off. All right. So at this moment here, at this point, we're looking for a possible pullback. Possible pullback. Okay. You see up in this area here, all the way over, even here, we tested this level and then fell, right? So we always look left to see what could possibly happen in the future. All right. So at this point, I am looking for a sell on this from the top here, anywhere in this area between 11.16 and 11.50. Okay, right at the top of this trend line here. Looking for a sell down, guys. Okay, a sell down take profit. The first take profit will be at the previous, wherever, let's say where your EMA 200 is. Okay, because as price moves, this EMA 200 is also going to move. All right, so first trade profit will be down to the EMA 200. You want to make sure that you wait for rejection. As of now, down to the EMA 200, it's like 100 pips. All right, a lot of us, especially my cycle breakers, are we looking for an entire 100 pips? If you're not swing trading, no, we're looking for what? 15 pips, 10 pips, stack them, right? We got the 10 pips in dip group. Okay, so 100 pips, you could get in there at least 5 times, right? At least 5 times you can wait for a setup. So that's about 50 pips. Easy day. Okay, so all right, that would be take profit 1. If it broke that, I would not be surprised if we came all the way down to this is 1050. Where's 50 at? About 109, about 109.50. Okay, will it make it all the way back down here? I'm not truly confident, okay? So that's why I have my take profit set at my EMAs, because we could get rejection off the EMA 200 and it could bounce back up. We could get rejection off of the EMA 50 and it bounces back up, okay? Now, the reason why I do believe if they keep on going up after it retraces is because we like to study our EMA 50, right? Especially on these big time frames. And price usually respects our EMA 50, okay? Especially on a pair like EURUSD, I mean, usually it more than likely it follows suit, okay? So I do think we might get a little bit of some kind of formation here, all right? But if I drop my fib on here, we may be at the 62. I can't believe we did that earlier. What's the 62? Okay, yeah, we're at the 62 level. So being that we're so close, we might get, you know, a little bit of dancing around here. You know, we might get like a rising wedge formation up in here, and then they'll completely fall. But for now, guys, let's just go for our pips here. Our, you know, 100 pips there, 50 pips on the way back up, or 100 pips down and a couple of 100 pips back up. Does that make sense? So this is on the daily time frame. I'm going to break this down to the 4 hours, because that's what we've been doing all night. But I didn't want you guys to see the daily on this, all right? We are giving more respect to our daily time frame than our 4 hour. So I am expecting rejection, but remember that can happen over the next couple of days. So there's going to be a lot more smaller moves inside of that. So that's why you want to break it down. If you're a day trader or something like that, guys, just break it down to the 1 hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame and go with the 1 hour trend at that moment. All right? Like we use pip smoke, our pip smoke strategy. Got this trade real quick. EURUSD. Let's look at the 4 hour on this. All right, 4 hour time frame. Spread this bad boy out a little bit. Yeah, we can see a lot better on the 4 hour. All right, so we might do some kind of double top here. Okay, you see how we have the gap up. See how there's a couple of pips here. Just a couple, all right? So we might end up getting like a double top, some kind of cell formation here, guys, all right? This is the areas, especially right now, if they're going through our technical analysis training, okay? When we're talking about our wides and wedges, our double tops, our head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, all those different type of small confirmations that we look for, these are the areas that we're looking for, all right, at the top of our channels, at respected resistance levels and support levels at the bottom of our channels, right? Just like here, this nice little double bottom, boom, right? Came down, up, down, and then broke up. Or came back down for a retest. So, but it ended up breaking up, okay? This more in the star formation, right at support, or EMA 200. Then it took off. This is where we're looking for this stuff at, all right, guys? We have a nice little 4 hour engulfing candle. That's from last week, though. So we want to see what's going to happen here, okay? At least down to the EMA 50. So our sell down to 1.1000, all right? For EURUSD. Let me clean this up right here. Boom. And look, these arrows almost lined up with these EMAs. Almost perfect. All right. I'll clean that up for you. And take off some of this stuff down here so no one's confused. And then our sell up here. Okay. All right.
Yo, DeAnte.
Yes, yes.
Hey, this David here. Looking at the EURUSD, so do you think there's a possible rejection at 1.0100?
Yeah, if it rejects off of this here, 1.1150, if it rejects off of this, of course it has to break this support level too, right? So if it does create a double top and breaks this neckline, if that's what it does, then yeah, I do expect to come down here to 1.100, or at least down to wherever the 50 EMA is. at the moment, okay? Wherever the 50 EMA is. But if this does break all the way down, let's say for instance, if it's broke all the way down, right? Back down to where it broke out of this daily trend. So if we came all the way back down to retest it, and then pull back up, what would that be? Who could tell me? Thinking 3 steps ahead, right? Like chess. I don't know if any of you guys ever played chess, right? That's kind of what I base my if this then that analysis off of, right? So if this thing pulls all the way down to here to retest the top of this daily trend line, okay? And then it pulls back up. I'll fix the exact, I'm done.
Double bottom?
No, not double bottom. Let me erase this arrow. And it pulls back up. What would you guys be expecting?
Oh, head and shoulders.
Yes. Head and shoulders. Okay? If it rejects, then it's head and shoulders. Okay? So basically what I'm saying is you have to, this is why we don't set our analysis in stone. You need to be able to move with the market, right? And already have prepared in your mind, especially if you only trade 1 or 2 pairs, you know, already have prepared in your mind what would you do if this currency did XYZ. Okay, what's your next move? Right? So if it doesn't bounce, unless we keep on going up, then we take the buy. Okay? But if it breaks, then we're gonna see if this sets up to a head and shoulders pattern. Does that make sense? Did I answer your question, Cody?
Yep.
All right, cool. So what do I have here? Let me put this back real quick before I post it. Either one of these type of scenarios can happen, guys, all right? 4 hour. Boom. So if you're swing trading and you catch your way up here, you're just going to hold it the whole way, you know, and close your positions as it moves. If you're intraday, you might just hold it to this first level, okay? EURUSD, 4 hour time frame. Okay. Is everyone tracking on that? Is there any questions for me on that? Definitely head and shoulders. Yep, that's what I've been looking for. Yep, yep. All right, cool. So what was the next trade? Trying to see if I can. This was the USD. Net is UK, EU, GCAD. GBP. Don't. All right. Ooh, okay. 4 hour time frame. Let me just check the daily to see if we already have anything marked up on this. Yeah. Okay. So on this daily time frame, guys, looking at the daily, we already have one reason. Let me show you guys to see this. I'll move on. If I'm sweating, I know y'all sweating. All right, this is the daily time frame. We've already had a bounce off of our second kill zone level, okay? But we also had to retest back up to the 50, okay? So, a couple things can happen here. We could get another retest, especially right now with momentum. We could get another retest back up, okay? We could also get more than just a retest, the breakout back up. Now, I'm basing this breakout on a couple of things, okay? Number one, Hold on. All right, so I'm basically just breaking out on a couple of things. Number one, the reason why I love my 50 EMA and my 200 EMA so much is because a lot of times the 50 EMA will let you know what's going to happen with price, okay? So, being that, remember this is off the daily, okay? We'll move down to the 4 hour after this, all right? I just want to let you guys know how we break these bad boys down, okay? So, being that my 50 EMA, this was the red EMA here, is above my EMA 200, to me, we are still in the uptrend, okay? Because price can always slam back to the 50. Why? Because it loves the 50 EMA. Price loves the 50 EMA. It always comes back to it one way or another, okay? I'll prove it to you right now. We broke away from the 50 here, came right back to it. Left it again, came right back to it, okay? Left it again, came right back to it. Broke past it, what do we do? Come back to the 50, all right? So, if we look over here, okay, you see how the 50 EMA is above the 200 EMA over here, but price fell 700 pips past the 50, okay? It always ends up pulling back. Right now, we're starting to pull back to the 50. Does that make sense? Now, this time, will we break back above it? We don't know. We don't know. More than likely, because we're on this uptrend. Okay? More than likely. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? This is like a triple bottom. Oh, looks like a triple top. Yeah, right here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, makes sense. Cool. So, as of right now, until this proves otherwise, I'm expecting at least to go to the EMA 200, at least, okay? And the EMA 50 might be a little bit extra sauce on top, okay? So, line this up. Let me drop another fib the other way, guys. I'm going to keep my arrows here. And I don't even know. Yeah, okay. Here. We'll drop a fib from here to this width. You see that our first, the 50 right now is just below the 50 on the fib. Next level is at the 62. So as long as we stay above this, then above this trend line, then we're good, okay? We can also, well, we'll drop down to the 4 hour time frame for that. So this first move was based off of this low, and then overall high over here, okay? It never really broke that third level, so we kept that fib on. It never really broke this fib, okay? So we're still working off of that fib. If that doesn't make sense, let me know, okay? If you guys have any questions at any time, hit the little raise hand button or just type up the question, okay? I'm here to answer them, all right? Don't want you guys to leave here confused. Hopefully as clear as possible. If there's too many questions, then I'll just answer them at the end. But question here, there, I don't mind, guys. Just let me know, okay? All right, let's go down to the 4 hour. Four hours, got some 4 hour stuff. Let me clear it up for you. All right, 4 hour time frame. See if I can make this a tad bit smaller so I can see in here just a little bit. Okay, so this 4 hour time frame could turn out a couple of ways. Let's talk about it. Number one, we might get a drop, okay? We got a little bit of rejection here. Right now, we're testing this EMA 50. If it does drop, guys, you know, don't panic, all right? We might just end up getting a double bottom. Okay, as long as we stay above this trend line right here, we're good. Okay, we're not even in this trade yet, but I'm just talking like we are. All right, as long as they're still in this, they're good, okay? So we had a nice little breakout over here. Let me mark this up for you guys so you guys can see it. Had a nice little breakout over here. Right? Breakout, down. Nice retest to the breakout. This could come back down to our trend line, create the double bottom, and then go back up. Or another, something that I see more than likely will happen is that we'll have price come back up to this level like this. Come back up. Then I will be looking out for something like this. Another drop down. Consolidation. And then a buy up. Does it make sense? Can anyone tell me why I would be looking for that? Something like that? Why I would be looking for consolidation over here? No?
Had consolidation to the left.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm looking for this to be a symmetric move. Oops. Wrong line. A symmetric move right down the middle. What happened over here, I want to see if it happens over here. Okay? What's going on smashing these pips? Oh, you were answering that question? All right, cool. All right. So, just keeping that in mind. Remember, guys, when we're trading, we're not just looking for one or two things. We're linking everything we know. We're linking everything we learned in our academy, right? And we're just putting it all together. Okay? Putting it all together. I just want to make sure that this isn't too... Okay, cool. All right, this should be good. There you go. This is the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Also, keep in mind what this week is, okay? What we talked about in the beginning. In the P week, first week of the month, lots of stop hunts, lots of fake outs, all right? So make sure your stop losses are far enough apart. Look at this thing right here. Look at this wick right here. This is a wick. That's 117 pips on a wick. All right? So make sure you guys are being safe. That's 67, 66 pips right there. So on GBP pairs, it might be a good assumption to say, hey, if my stop loss isn't at least 50, I don't even say 100 pips. You know, if I'm on this higher time frames like this, you know, on GBP pairs, and it needs to be at least 50, right? At least 50 pips. Okay. Where we at? That was GBPCAD. AUDUSD. Let's talk about it. Oh, before I move on, is everyone good with this? Is everyone? Once, twice. Oh, got someone. Hold on. All right, cool. I try to give it enough time. I know there's some lag. I don't want to move too fast. My sister always tells me, dude, you're moving too fast. So, all right, cool. So what was the next one again, man? GBPCAD. Next we have up, I want to say AUDUSD. Yeah, AUDUSD. Let's go to the daily. All right, AUDUSD. Here we go. this thing just wants to fall so bad, but still climbing. Still climbing. Display down. Display down. Let me just get rid of some of this noise in here, guys. All right. So all of the USD, I'm still waiting to see. I need to clean this up a little bit. Clean this bad boy up. All right. I'm still waiting to see this thing reject. Our next level is at 1.6700. Okay. That's about 36 pips from this level. I'm looking for this. Honestly, guys, I want to see it come back down, at least for a retest. Back down to here. Well, let's say like tip off of one. Yeah. Okay. Well, don't worry, guys. If you can't see it, I'm gonna drop down to a lower time frame. Okay. Tip off of one. I mean, this is only a couple of pips off, right? 58 pips off, all right? So tip off of one and then possibly tip off of two, guys. All the way back down here. Okay. At least to when it does pull back, once it starts rejecting hard, set your take profit wherever the 50 EMA is, or a couple pips above the 50 EMA. Okay. Because it's going to move as the price moves, so just keep an eye on that. Remember, this is the daily time frame also. Okay. You want to look for maybe a shooting star formation in here, guys. Okay. Maybe even a engulfing bearish candle to drop next. Remember, this is off of the daily time frame. So let's drop it down to 4 hour. Let me drop this bad boy right here. AUDUSD. Daily. Boom. All right, cool. So 4 hour time. I keep on whistling every time I say that. 4 hour time frame. Here we go. So let me see something. All right. 4 hour time frame, guys. What we could do is here we can just drop a trend line or follow our 50 EMA, right? Either or. But let's say we just want to drop a trend line, right? If you guys aren't using the same EMAs that I'm using. Drop that trend line there. Because all we're doing is we're going to box in price, okay? Basically, we're trying to set up a parameter to say, hey, if price goes below this line, then I'm going to look for it to retest and possibly take for a sell. If price breaks above this line, top of this trend, then I'm going to take a buy. Okay, I was going to drop another trend line on here to kind of like bounce this in, but we really don't need it. A lot of things I've noticed, especially with people that send me their charts and some coaching clients when they're brand new, is that you're trying to do too much, right? When I look at your charts, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what is this Picasso? I don't know. What am I looking at, right? So keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. If the EMAs, if it's too much for you, take them off. If they confuse you, take them off. Just go off of support resistance and trend lines, okay? But don't have 50 indicators and lines all over the place. It's not necessary, okay? So this was going to be super simple. As long as price stays above here or above our 50 EMA, we're just going to wait. We're going to wait till it breaks, okay? Yes, you could break this down to a smaller time frame, okay? 15-minute time frame, 5-minute, and follow the same psychology, okay? But let's check this out. Let's check out the 1 hour real quick. Okay. So I'm breaking this down to 1 hour because we're at the top of the hour now and not that many charts left. So I just want to dig a little bit deeper on this one for those of you that hung out with me. I just want to show you how you could just simply break down these charts, okay? From the daily to the 4 hour. Not really break them down, but take my 4 hour chart and then go on your chart and figure out what moves you could take, okay? So before I show you this, I want you to understand a couple of things. Remember, we're trading, my charts are on the 4 hour and the daily, so there will be counter trends inside of that overall trend, okay? For example, we have a 4 hour or a daily uptrend. There will be a 15-minute and 1 hour pullback. Does that make sense? So if you're trading on the smaller time frames, you want to, let me show you. It's easier if I show you. Okay. So we could break this down before I throw a fib on it, because I honestly think that this might not make it. But overall, here we are, 1 hour time frame. We're in the uptrend. We're only looking for buys. Okay? We're in the uptrend. We're only looking for buys. So you can look at this on the 1 hour and you can say every time I get a bounce to my 50, I'm gonna look for an opportunity. If I get rejection off of my trend line, I'm only gonna take the buys. Because our 50 EMA is above our EMA 200. So until that messes up, until that changes, you're only going to take the buys. Okay? So, you could like move your stop loss. Like if you catch it at the bottom, like have like a 20-25 pip stop loss, guys. Right? And then take it back up to the top of the channel. When I talk about channel, right now I'm talking about this purple channel, this one I just now marked out. Okay? Let's go a little bit lower. A 1 hour time frame is on the uptrend, right? It's on the uptrend, a pullback. Because we haven't broken this high over here yet. All right? So it's possible that it could still fail. This could still fail and fall again because we haven't broken these highs over here. Okay? So let's go down to the 15-minute. 15 minutes shows it even better. Right? Except for on the 15-minute, instead of waiting for the 50 EMA, like we did in the 1 hour here, right? This is the 1 hour, wait on the 50 EMA or even the bottom of our trend. On the 15-minute, just wait for the 200 EMA, because it's a smaller time frame, right? This yellow is 200, still on the uptrend, okay? So you can follow these EMAs and then wait for it to touch the trend line. So you can use this EMA as variation, not variation, as a confirmation of your overall channel, saying, okay, if price comes all the way down to my trend line, down here, and my 50 EMA is still above my EMA 200, I am more confident in that sell than I was looking at it on the 1 hour. In that buy, I'm sorry. I'm more confident in this buy here than I would be on the higher time frame. Because I'm still following my psychology of my 50s over my EMA 200, I'm only looking for buys. Does that make sense? Drop some dollar signs if that makes sense. Drop some dollar signs and maybe you could use that little bit of information to maybe increase your win rate by 5%. You know, 10%. You might win 5 more extra trades this week from that one little piece of information. Okay? So that's how you break down this chart. Right? That's how you break down my daily chart, my 4 hour chart. Okay? Now, if this is opposite, if this is a downtrend, right? If my 1 hour was a downtrend, then I would be looking for the sells. Okay? So let's take this one step further. How many times can you take this buy? Right? It's usually, for me, after the third touch, here's the third touch over here. After the third or fourth touch, it's sketchy. Every pullback is sketchy, right? Because since this is a pullback, it is heading towards a range where it will eventually fall. How do you know where that range is? How do you know that this buy is safer to take than this buy? Or this buy over here, or let's say this buy was safer to take than this buy. How do you know? Fibonacci. Let's talk about it. I dropped my fib here, right? This was the initial drop. This was the impulse move, right? After you have an impulse move, price hardly ever shoots directly back up unless you're talking about something with indices, or if it's like a hard news, like something got bombed or something like that. You might not get an immediate pullback, okay? 9 times out of 10, all right? In the past 3 months, I'll say 3.5 months. 3.5 months, we've had immediate pullbacks probably 3 times, all right? That was on oil when it plummeted below 0. That was on US 30, the first drop, right? And I want to say gold, all right? Those were the most major immediate pullbacks, okay? I'm talking about 50, hundreds of pips, all right? So, with that being said, these pullbacks, when you have an impulse move, is their stair step up, give you multiple opportunities to enter a trade. How do you know when to stop? You drop a fib on them. We're probably going to stop right about now. All right? You drop a fib on them, guys. Look where we're at. All right, we're really past the 50. Okay, as a matter of fact, we've retested the 50. Okay? 50 became our support. So did the 62. Okay? Around here, we might get 100% retracement. All right? Another touch right here. All right? See this first touch? This is 100%. 100% retest the first time. We might get the second one, guys. Remember what I said. The first time is sketchy. The second time, the first and second time are the best times, right? So we got one touch here. That might have been a nice sell point. If we get another touch back at the top of our channel, that's going to be another good sell point, right? If we get another touch after that, you definitely want to stop taking buys by then. Does that make sense? First 2-3 times are the best times. Anytime after like the third retest is kind of sketchy, right? If you're at a strong area like we are now. The reason why it's sketchy for us is, look, we've already pulled all the way back past 50%. Okay, so now it's sketchy. All right. So DeAnte, what do I do? Follow the higher time frame. Wait to see what it does once it pulls back up. Okay, because right now it's a little bit too late to take a buy anyway. If we're looking off of this time frame, why? Why would this be right here, in my opinion, be too late to take a buy if we're looking at this overall move? Right here.
It's close to resistance.
That's as close to resistance and it's so far away from our EMA 50. Remember, price always likes to pull back to it. So you're going to get another opportunity. You just have to have patience. Make sense? All right. I feel like I've been on this pair for a while. Did I drop this chart? The daily? Let me go back to the 4 hour. All right, so we're waiting for, this is the resistance area here. At the top of our trend line, these arrows should be a little bit more over, like this. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna drop this chart, AUDUSD. Sorry, you guys, see my kids in the background. School's out, baby. All right. What is next? We have AUDUSD, and then we have GU, NView, gold. Okay. So let's look at GU first. GBPUSD. And keep in mind, guys, we're doing all of these charts just with a couple of EMAs and basically support resistance. That's when I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again. If you could master support resistance and understand that everything is support resistance, just about, as far as like our trend lines and our levels and our EMAs and institutional bank rates and so on and so forth, then you could, I would venture to say that you can master Forex. You can make a great living if you could just master support resistance and understand it, you know? Understand breakout, retest, all right? So, GU, couple things. This is the 4 hour. Let me look at, I'm gonna look at the daily again, but GU, I'm just looking at a couple things, guys. Just bear with me while I play around a little bit. Basically, what I like to do is I like to drop these trend lines. Sometimes I like to drop them first, especially if I'm looking like a naked chart like this, because if I know, if I see a formation in here, like I kind of see now, they can give me an overall idea of what can possibly happen. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and drop the support resistance. Okay. For some reason, that looks like way more than 100 pips apart, but I think it is. No, okay, I'm tripping. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead so you guys remember this. I'm going to drop this thing on here. You know, do this on a couple of charts, guys. You know, separate them by 100 pips. And just look how they line up. You know, I promise you, you'll never look for support resistance a different way. It's so easy. It's so simple. You know, keep it simple. All right. So here we go. Right now, we're going to see what happens right up here at the top here at 1.2400. We may get a pullback at the top up here, okay? That's what we'll be looking for, and if we did, we're looking for it to come back down to our channel. All right, so we'll just be playing right in between this 100 pip area, okay? So I do think it will keep on buying, okay? I do think it will keep on buying because we already broke out of this downtrend over here, okay? And, you know, you might even want to, you can even say even over here is when we broke out, okay? So since we broke out of that downtrend, I'm looking for it to keep on climbing up. Retest, if we get a fall, sell back down, I would look for it to only probably go 100 pips. Okay? Back down to our channel. Then we'll see what happens. We might get a bounce off of this EM at 50. Let's do this. Let me just mark this real quick for you guys. Look for the sell right here. Oops. And then the buy right around here, or wherever it lines up with the EM at 50, you're more than likely going to get rejection off of that and then have a buy back up. We could go here or all the way out. Okay. Does that make sense on GU? Does that make sense? Is everyone good on that? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop this 4-hour chart inside the swap. GBPUSD H4. Show that pose. Okay. Our next setup will be on NZDUSD. Right? GU, NView. Okay. NZDUSD. Now, guys, I just want to reiterate, okay? This analysis, remember, I feel like I sound like a broken record sometimes, but a lot of people end up forgetting the small little things. Remember, it is the first week of the month. It is NFP week, okay? Keep that in mind when you're doing these trades. Like, extra patience it may take, okay? Extra patience. So, just keep that in mind, guys, all right? All right, so I want to check this out real quick. Check to see where my fib lands on this. Okay. All right. Maybe that works out for me. All right, check it out, guys. So we might not have to go too deep on this one on InView. I'm looking at it on the daily. I will break it down on the 4 hour after we're done, okay? So let's drop our trend lines here. Let's drop our trend lines. See right here. We really don't have to drop our trend lines, but I'd like to do all this little exercises while we're charting. So you guys definitely will do it, number one. And number two, so I won't forget what I'm doing, right? Gotta stay sharp. Me teaching you guys helps me, right? So these small things is what a lot of traders end up forgetting to do, and then wonder why. What happened to my results? Something's not right, you know? You forget the small things. The small things matter most in Forex. You feel me? A small tweak can do a lot of damage, all right? So with this, I will say that I am expecting to hit our May200 top of our trend at the 62. I will be looking for a rejection here back down to the bottom of our channel, okay? And that would be, how many pips is that? It's about 158 pips, you know? I just now showed you how to break this down to get the small pips in between that, right? If it's 158 pips, you could catch a couple of pullbacks and ride the wave back down or up, right? So I will only take this down to the 50. It could break out and keep on going, but I don't need to catch all them pips. All right, just give me a handful of pips. That's all I want, right? So 158 pips right here. That's if it rejects. If it doesn't reject, then let me show you. I don't know why that. All right, so let's say it doesn't reject here at the EMA 200. Let's say it actually breaks out to the top, right? It's possible, especially this week. If it does break out, guys, just wait for the retest back down to the top of your channel and look for the buy up to the next resistance level, right? No matter when you're taking your trades, if you're actually charting your pairs, okay, if you're actually charting your pairs, you mark out support, resistance, and you're using the EMAs, there shouldn't be a question of where do I put my stop loss. You put it, if you're going for a buy, you put the stop loss below the previous support level. If you're going for a sell, you put the stop loss above the previous resistance level, okay? Also, you shouldn't have a question of where to take profit. If you're going for a sell, you enter a buy up here, right? At the top of resistance, you take profit. If I'm going for a sell, is at the next support level, at the bottom of our channel, or at our 50 EMA, wherever that support channel, wherever that next level is, okay? If you're going for a buy, right, we take buys as support at the bottom. So if you're going for a buy, then you take profit should be where? At the next resistance level. Keep it simple, okay? Don't overthink this. Don't overthink this stuff, guys. We're going level to level. Look, level to level, level to level. We're playing in between here, level to level. That's all we're doing, Does that make sense? I would expect on like NZD pairs and GBP pairs for you guys to see a lot of stop hunts like this. Okay, this is on the daily time frame. It went 300 pips in one day and went all the way back up. You're gonna see stuff like this throughout the week. Okay, like these bits down here. I can't understand how many pips that is. How many pips? Almost 200 pip width. That's what you have to look out for, guys. Okay? So when you have drawdown while you're trading, yeah. Should it scare you? No, not if you know your levels. Not if you have the stop loss at your levels. They're good. Okay? All right, into the USD. Daily. Let's break this bad boy down on the 4-hour time frame. All right, here we go. 4-hour time frame. But this now had a 50. Yeah. Oops. All right. A 50 and 200 cross here. Let me do this. All right. Someone's mic is unmuted. Gotcha. All right. So, what we're going to do, we're going to wait to see what it does up here. All right. This is exactly the same on the 4 hours, but we might get to see some kind of formation in here, okay? Like a rising wedge or something, okay? Maybe even a double top up here. All right. So, 4 hour looks pretty good. Looks like this is going to be the first retest to the overall breakout over here. I'm not going to do that whole way. I just do like this area. Okay, that's our pullback area, not a reversal area. Okay, probably just do the pullback. Okay, and in this instance, our fib levels are our support resistance levels. All right, so that's just another way for you guys to do support resistance is do it off the fib. If you work with the fib, just mark it off with the fib. All right, that's how pivot points are done. All right. So just use your fib if that's what you work with, and it'll keep your charts a whole lot cleaner. Okay, if your fib is laid right, of course. All right, it might not work if your fib is laid wrong. So make sure you practice with the fibs, you get familiar with the fibs, if that's the route you want to go. Okay. All right. So just wait for it to pull up to the 62 level. That's about 0.6270 to 0.6300 in this area right here. Okay. See if we get a nice little pullback on that. We don't know, but we have to wait for the market to show us. All right, guys, we're coming up on about an hour and a half. Is there any last minute questions for me? Anything at all? I don't want to hold you guys up. I hate being on webinars that take forever, and it's just people repeating themselves. So,
how do you feel about Euro AUD? Or is that one that you don't look at?
Okay, yeah, I just not saw that. Let's go ahead and check it out right now. Euro.
I'm in a sell on it at the moment that I took on the 1 hour.
Okay. Based off of what time frame?
The 1 hour.
1 hour? Okay. So EURAUD this is, right? Let's hit this out. Did that. Oh, 1 hour. All right. So based off the 1 hour, we may be getting a pullback on this soon. Right? It's gonna keep on pushing though. That's a nice engulfing candle there. Also breaking out the bottom of our trend. Let's see how far this pullback could go. All the way probably down to 0.6574, even 0.6550, right, to retest this double bottom that happened. So where's the stop loss at? Above this shoulder over here? Above. Wait, let's.
I didn't use one because it's been wicking like crazy since last week Thursday, and I've been in this trade since Wednesday or so. But I'm thinking I should probably close it out now manually because it will pull back after that big candle, right?
Yeah. If we don't want to hold it anymore, if we're in profit, you know, if we're going for the sell too, it should more than likely it'll pull back 50% of whatever this candle is. Would it come all the way back down here? I don't think so. Let me look at the higher time frame before I say that. Because I could tell you this right here looks like a flag formation almost. If we do that, right, then we use these blue candles as like the pole, I don't think price will come all the way back down here. But down here, this is all money, right? This is all money caught up all right here, millions of dollars down here. They're not going to push price back down there and let those people get that money, right? That's all. They're already done. Everyone down here, they're done, right? So I do think we might get a retest down here and probably another push up, brother. Let me look at the higher time frame just to make sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, we might end up getting a push up there soon after it finishes. Does that make sense? You got some pips off of that, though. You ate off of that. But I've never, you hardly ever see them come all the way back down to where the initial impulse move was. Like, look over here, right? After this touch, right, it pulled up and didn't come back down here. It retested, but all that money was there until a lot of those people probably pulled out. It pulled up 250 pips, you know? So this could be the start of a possible.
This candle is 94 pips.
94 pips? That's how much you just not caught on that?
The candle itself.
Oh, the candle itself.
It's like 94.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think it will pull back up. This also looks like almost an inverted head and shoulders too, right? Left shoulder over here. Head. This could end up being the right shoulder and pull back up. Or this could be a head and shoulders pattern. Right? So we just have to see what it does. This whole area right here, like you said, when you didn't have the stop loss on, this whole area will wick a lot. But as long as you try to secure your profit, when you're 30 pips in profit or 20 pips in profit or wherever, you should be good. Overall, I'm looking for a buyback up though. Something like that. Probably back up to what's that 685. Who asked that question? Do you want this chart? I'll post it. You're all. Let me do all this over here. See, I thought it was going to turn around right here. End up creating a double bottom back down. Make sure you guys are good. Okay. That looks more and more like an inverted head and shoulders to me, though. Right here. For those of you that don't see it, What was that? Yeah, I see it. Nice inverted head and shoulders. Some people might miss it. I mean, inverted head and shoulders. I'm sorry. Nice inverted head and shoulders. When you back away from the whole thing, I always tell my students, back away from the chart. See what you see. So we have a possible inverted head and shoulders and a possible head and shoulders could play out. Boom, come down, and then the buy up. Hopefully I didn't go too far on that one. You see it? Boom.
Yep, I see it.
Then the buy
So I
up.
already secured my profits, and I'll just leave it and see what it wants to do.
Yep, good job. Good job. Great trade. You might be able to catch the buy back up if it ends up playing out as a regular head and shoulders too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop both of those head and shoulder patterns. So we'll know, because we could easily eat off of both. This right shoulder may be a little bit more uglier, right? This right shoulder may come down for a full retest right here and then pull up, okay? So I'm gonna drop both of these. So you guys to see them. So let me drop this first. EURAUD. And if we wanted to, we could probably spend more time on this. We'll find even more confirmations, right? So some of you might have like a 3 confirmation threshold. Some of you might have like a 5 confirmation threshold, meaning that you need at least 5 confirmations to take a trade. And that's cool if that's your plan, right? So that means you might have to learn a little bit more stuff so you can get those 5 confirmations, right? That's the second one. So I'll just leave it like that. Name this one like EURAUD H for second. Wait, when both outcomes are happening. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Now let me see if I could bring that arrow back. Nope. All right. Well, we'll just play with that right there. All right, cool. Cool. Going through the chat here, seeing if there's any questions. Let's look at gold. Everyone here, let's look at gold. Let's do it. Why not? Gold. Here we go. Gold, so much stuff going on with gold. So much stuff. But overall, we are looking for a longer term buy. Longer term buy, because I'm just seeing things just pop out right at me, just right off this chart, right? First of all, who sees the inverted head and shoulders? Drop a $sign if you see the inverted head and shoulders on gold off of the 4-hour time frame. Did I see it? I think that's for the overall playoff. That I'm still waiting for gold to hit 1800. I'm still long on gold, okay? Especially with the state of everything now, right? Now, with that being said, I just want to back up a little bit. Someone's mic is open. I just want to back up a little bit. I want you guys to understand a couple of things. Remember, we are trading right now off of technicals and a little bit of fundamentals, okay? A lot of the time, the market will react off of emotion, right? I won't say a lot of the time, but times like this where people just don't know where to put their money, investors don't know where to put their money. You know, they don't know what's going to happen next, which market is going to fall next. A lot of people are just holding their money, okay? Or putting in like crypto and stuff like that. But as far as gold, we never know based on what kind of news will come out. The news might be bad, right? But gold will still drop. I mean, the news might be good, but gold will still drop. The news might be bad, and gold will still buy, right? We used to use gold as a meter to help us trade US30 and Mouse 100, but that correlation kind of went away a little bit in the last couple of months. All my US30 traders and my indices traders understand what I'm saying. So overall, I'm long on gold. I wouldn't mind seeing the pushback. Matter of fact, I think we're in gold right now. Okay. And then, I mean, it could go here or even down here, right? Either way, once we're 30, 40 pips in profit, we're moving our stop loss to break even. Or 5 pips in profit, 5, 10 pips in profit. All right, take partial profit so you don't have a loss. So pull back down, and then the buy back up. Okay? Oh, I didn't mark out the inverted headed shoulders. Let me show you. Inverted headed shoulders right along here. Boom. That's where I'm at on gold. You guys see it now? Does everyone see it now? All right, step back from your charts. These things will pop right out at you. Right out at you. But I do think we're going to get rejection here, especially with retesting this trim on. Okay? But being that we're still 50s over the 200 still, guys, I'm still long on this until something changes. Okay? Overall. Let's do this. Let me take this off. Actually, yeah, let me take that off. What I will do is I'll keep this on for now, and then I'll go back and I'll show you. All right, gold. Is the 4. And then let's bring back that shoulder, and then did I say head and shoulders earlier or did I say inverted? I meant to say inverted. So if I confused anyone, I can't remember what I said. Okay. Let's delete this. Delete that. We'll keep that on there so you guys can see. Okay. Gold. And then this, ladies and gentlemen, is our last chart of the night. Is there any questions for me? Is there any extra input? Maybe someone has a different outlook on gold. Right? Does anyone have anything different? I'm going to start asking that at the end of every chart. Does anyone have anything different? Because it's not about being right or wrong, guys. It's about possibilities. You know, if I see something on the chart, right, and then you guys are like, well, DeAnte, you know, check this out too. If you guys see something, you know, it might help me change my bias. You might save someone $1. Okay, so don't be afraid to speak up, guys. This is our webinar. This isn't my webinar. Okay, this is our webinar. So, Any last minute questions? Any last minute questions? What's up, Jared? Garth, glad you can make it, brother. What's up, Justin? Princess, Michael, Martha, Nick, Renford, Sam, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Zena, John. I can't pronounce that last one. I'm sorry. It starts with a D. How you doing? What's up, Allison? Is everyone good? Going once?
Yeah, man.
Good.
All good.
Okay. Remember, guys.
Did you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, remember, I am dropping all the charts. I'm moving them to the free Telegram channel after the call. So make sure you guys go check that out. Also, remember, no live trade session tomorrow, but for one-on-one coaching clients and our Inner Circle members, we will still have our sessions. That's what it was. This Thursday is our members only. Is it Thursday or Wednesday? Is Princess still here?
Thursday.
Thursday, thank you. This Thursday at around 6:30, we will have our members only Q&A. Now, this isn't like the regular Q&A like we were doing before. I need you guys to prepare your charts, okay? Have your chart markups on whatever pairs you have questions on. Even come if you don't have questions, okay? Bring your chart markups, all right? Because here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand trading because they don't mark up their charts. And then they're scared to ask questions. But that's what we're here for. So bring your chart markups. I'm going to be calling on people, all right? So if you don't have a chart markup, you better have at least one, okay? Because I'm going to be calling on people. And what we're going to do is we're going to work through marking up charts together, right? And you're going to mark up the chart as far as you can, okay? And myself, not just me, but other members on the call, we're all going to help each other, okay? Steel sharpens steel, okay? And that's all I'm packing is steel, you feel me? So come up Thursday, 6:30, members Q&A. Let's get you guys marking up charts, become independent traders, and make them a full-time income from home, okay? So, I should have said that in the beginning, but I forgot. But there will be an announcement in the email, okay? So, last minute questions going once. Everyone good? Going twice? All right, as always.
Quick question. This is Jared.
What's up, Jared?
How could I get a one-on-one conversation with you? I'm thinking of, how could I get a one-on-one conversation with you? I want to spend some money and join you on some stuff.
Okay, is your name Jared on Facebook too? Here, hit me up right here, man. Hit me up.
Yeah, correct. Actually, we spoke on Facebook briefly before, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot me another message.
Maybe we could talk there.
Shoot me another message.
All right, sure. Yeah. Will do.
Last minute questions going once. Last minute questions going twice. All right, guys, it's your boy DeAnte. Break the cycle section. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you in the next webinar. You have a great night.